Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the high-level conference on justice for children, jointly organized by the European Union and the United Nations Children's Fund or UNICEF. It is part of our continued support to neighboring and enlargement countries in establishing and reforming their juvenile justice systems. And it is also a reflection of the fact that we care for our children, in fact, for all the children. Before taking stock of the current state of play and what needs to be done in the future, let me underline my strong commitment to implementing the European Union's policy on the promotion and protection of children's rights. This calls for a reinforced cooperation with national authorities and civil society so that we can ensure that children are treated as fully fledged members of society. There are still many challenges regarding the rights of the child and juvenile justice within the EU. In fact, the EU itself has adopted several pieces of legislation relevant to children in justice in recent years. For example, the Directive on Sexual Abuse and Exploitation, the Anti-Trafficking Directive, and we intend to propose a new measure on suspects or defendants.
Participation of illegitimate countries in the conference is very relevant because the topic of today's conference is the foreign trade for EU and this extension process ended in Europe with and children's rights. And child protection is not limited to Chapter 23. Jansery and fundamental rights and no less 17 others with chapters counted. Legal enforcement and have important provisions, children rights and protection. This respect some progress will there is themselves and considerable improvement when you comes to children's rights. I talking in the particular about need and overcome institution of children preventive in family.
Concerns don't just end there. Let me mention 6 other important areas that need to be addressed. Lack of prioritizing children's rights in criminal proceedings. Lack of adapted facilities corresponding to specific needs of juveniles in detention. Insufficient free legal aid for juveniles. Repressive responses to juvenile offending. Lack of effective alternatives to detention. Enhanced overuse of detention. And lack of specific measures for child victims leading to unnecessary trauma and re-victimization. This is why it's so important that neighboring and enlargement countries not only adhere to international human rights standards, but they must also ensure the effective implementation of recently adopted criminal justice legislation, which in some countries is very progressive.
Support for justice reform is one of the core pillars of the European Union external action. It aims at ensuring judicial independence, impartiality, and integrity, increasing the performance of efficiency, accountability, and transparency of the justice sector, improving access to justice for the poorest and most vulnerable, and improving detention conditions and introducing alternatives in imprisonment. Successful justice reform initiatives are those built with national priorities, enjoying full political commitment and national ownership, as well as reinforced partnership between civil society and state decision makers. I would like to remind you about the ongoing support that the European Commission is providing in neighborhood and enlargement countries.
Enlargement countries are gradually aligning their legislation with EU countries. The Commission is monitoring this process intensively, including when it comes to the right of the child in different chapters in this bill. I would like to underline that the data collection is an important part of the monitoring work. The European Commission supports enlargement neighborhood approaches to strengthen the capacities of reliable data is available to support policy making. We remain committed to supporting the agency policies that enhance child protection systems.
and policies that enhances children protection systems and strengthen the rights of children, including as victims or in the context of criminal proceedings. Recognizing the juvenile justice reform is a key entry point for the promotion and protection of children's rights. EU support to date in advancing the juvenile justice reform agenda was focused on 2 years. First, law reform for the promotion and protection of children's rights, in particular by encouraging and supporting the enactment and review of national legislation to ensure its compatibility with relevant international standards on the rights of the child, in particular, the Convention on the Rights of the Child, and enhancing the capacity of law enforcement agencies of investigations into the violation of children's rights, and the development of child-friendly procedures in pre-trial and court proceedings, prohibiting violations of the children's rights and ill treatment of children in law, including criminal law, and ending impunity for violations of children's rights, and taking effective legislative, administrative, and judicial and other measures to prevent violations of children's rights and jurisdictions of the state and combat impunity of such violations.
Through innovative approaches, research, know-how, and constant involvement, UNICEF has greatly contributed in advising countries on how to reform their juvenile justice systems based on modern legislation, policies, and operations. Today, we have the opportunity to discuss our achievements, but also we have what remains to be done and how so that children can enjoy their rights and freedoms and states can properly respond to their demands and expectations. That is the world we seek. It is in our mutual interest and it is our common goal. The children deserve nothing less.